Listen, if setting a boundary makes you feel like a villain in a novela, or if the second you say no, you start to spiral like, oh my God, what if they hate me now? What if they don't like me anymore? What if this ruins things? Girl, it's not that you're too sensitive. It's it's that you were trained to feel bad for taking up space. Just in case you're coming across me for the first time, I'm Lupita V, the anti-therapy therapist. I used to be a psychotherapist. Now I'm a coach, author, speaker, and I've also been a DJ for almost 20 years. I work with female business owners and entrepreneurs, teaching them how to get past childhood trauma and reclaim their power so they show up confident and magnetic as fuck. If you're interested in working together, check out my link below for any information about that. Now let's get back to the video. I'm gonna say something wild. Having needs doesn't make you high maintenance. It makes you human. But when you've spent most of your life prioritizing other people's comfort over your own peace, boundaries could feel like rejection to you. Boundaries could feel like confrontation. Boundaries could feel like you're asking for too much, even when all you said was, I can't today. That's not a personality trait, babe. That's a trauma response. Now, if you grew up in a home similar to mine, where your emotions were either ignored, dismissed, or even used against you, your nervous system learned one thing real quick. If I want to stay connected, I better stay quiet. So now, when you do try to speak up, that inner alarm system goes off. Your heart starts racing, guilt flooding in. You're not wrong for feeling that, but you don't have to keep obeying it either. See, the way that our brain is set up is to keep us safe, not to make us happy. And so it is going to stay in that place of being familiar, of whatever it's familiar with. I don't like when people say, like growth is out of your comfort zone and you got to do things that make you feel uncomfortable, because it doesn't feel comfortable to keep over giving. It doesn't feel comfortable to keep over investing. It doesn't feel comfortable to be sacrificing yourself all the time. So when they say those things, that does not apply to you. That does not apply to people that have experienced trauma that has led them to be people pleasers. The psychology behind it is what I just said. Your brain is set up to keep you safe, not to make you happy. And so if it is familiar, right, then your brain thinks it's safe. So if growing up, you had to overinvest, you had to overgive, you had to do too much, then your brain is going to keep doing that. It has become a pattern. That is a trauma response. Whenever you tried to speak up for yourself when you were younger, either you weren't heard or you were punished, or God forbid, probably some type of violence came to you simply for speaking up. It was probably interpreted as maybe even talking back. So you stop doing it altogether. And now as an adult, you don't do that. You don't set boundaries. And it makes it really difficult for you to move forward. It also makes it really difficult for you to get what you want. You're constantly giving in to people, and it makes it feel, let me just say, you feel really uncomfortable. It makes you feel like shit. And here's a common misconception. Boundaries aren't about being cold. They're about being clear. They're not rejection. They're protection for your energy, for your peace, for your sanity. In my 6-month program, I work with women just like you who are tired of shrinking, tired of performing just to receive, and ready to feel safe in their no. Whenever they say no, it feels safe for them. Whenever they say yes, it feels good to them. We don't just talk about setting boundaries. We work with your nervous system to make sure you can actually hold them. You can actually hold the boundaries without guilt, without fear, or the urge to over explain yourself. Stop over explaining. So if you're ready to stop over apologizing for simply having limits, and you want to become the woman who knows that no is a complete sentence, comment below boundaries or click the link below to apply for my program. It's not mean to protect your peace. It's mastery. And it is time for you to come out of survival and jump into thriving. You've spent enough time making everyone else comfortable at the cost of your own peace. Now it's your turn to feel held, respected, and emotionally safe. And babe, anyone who needs you to overextend to love you is not your person.